Hello, everybody. Welcome to this live stream where I am doing live intuitive readings. And I'm just going to get myself situated here. And hello, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. I am streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So welcome. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here with you this afternoon. As you are joining, feel free to say hi in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. And because I always love to see how far this community extends, where people are watching from. And it can be as far as California, India. Yeah, it's been pretty broad in past lives. And we'll give a few moments so that people can join. So grab a water, a fresh cup of tea, a coffee, whatever you prefer, and join us in this live. For those who are new here, my name is Tara Joy. I am an energy intuitive, a light language channel, and a medium. And my work is all about helping people reconnect with their soul, with their true self, and release, hello, Michelle, and release what no longer serves, and find clarity and peace through intuitive guidance. So these intuitive reading lives are only one of my ways to connect with you. They're kind of like a live check-in. They give you a little example of what it's like to work with me and feel the energy. And the intention is always to receive messages that guide, empower, and align you with your highest authentic path. So, welcome. Let me know in the chat where you're watching from. I'll share it so that I can go on the lives and say hi to Michelle. And another thing about the live streams is even when I am channeling and answering a message for another individual, there is a collective message. So you might be watching while somebody else gets an intuitive reading, and there's an angle or element that's meant for you. So trust that if you are here, there's a reason that you found this live. And hello, Jubilant Journal, Laura. And energy always finds its way to the right heart. Hello, Amanda. Oh, yes, definitely. We will get you a message, Amanda. And I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so I'm just scrolling through my notes. Yeah, keep the chat respectful. I've never had an issue in my lives, but the energy we bring in is the energy we receive. So if we want kind, loving energy, that's what we send out into the world because that's what comes back. And these are, as I mentioned before, a little taste of what a reading could be like. Often because it's live, because it's public, it won't go deep into the details and the nitty-gritty. So don't worry if there's a bit of fear. Hello, Melissa. If there's a bit of fear, don't worry that something shocking or triggering is going to come out because your guides, your team know exactly what you need to hear in the moment. So we will start the intuitive readings now. And I will start with Amanda because she already asked for a message. And so let me know if you would like to receive a message in the chats. Just say, yes, I'd like a message. And we're going to connect with Amanda's lovely energy. It always feels special connecting with Amanda. And I was guided to use some cards today. I don't always use cards. And it will be like, if I feel I'm meant to use a card, I'll pull a card. If I'm not, I'll just channel information. I just sort of like go with the flow, right? So we will have Michelle after Amanda and then Melissa. Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. So the card that was pulled for Amanda is the Air and Water Dragon. Helps you to connect to higher frequencies. Not surprised. Trust your intuition. Develop your psychic abilities. Be open to enlightenment. Express your inner song. So it's this beautiful green dragon, and I forgot to make my camera not mirror, so it's backwards. But what we want to focus on is two things that they're telling me, Amanda, is the water element and the green. So green is heart energy. And so it feels like you're going through a huge heart expansion. And through that heart expansion, it's asking you to be more vulnerable, show more of yourself. And in doing that, you're giving permission for others to do that. And there's a huge confidence boost happening with you, Amanda. And what they want to say specifically is to keep going and not to give up. Because what I'm seeing is this cycle of having an idea, trying to put it out into the world, not getting the reaction that you expect, and then doing something new. But it feels like you're really onto something that has a lot of potential, that is going to help a lot of people, and to keep going with it, because this is part of your soul purpose, is what you're doing right now. And as someone who has experienced your magic, heck yes, everybody needs to experience some Amanda magic. So that is your mini reading, Amanda, with the Air and Water Dragon. That is just gorgeous with water. And I feel the water element they're saying is opening up that emotional side. So you may have been experiencing a lot more emotional highs and lows that aren't typical. Like you would feel them, but you wouldn't. What they're kind of showing me is like you would feel them, but you wouldn't necessarily cry or laugh out loud. But now you're like feeling it in the body. Yeah. And Amanda says, oh, perfect. Definitely feeling that. Thank you, as always. You're so welcome, Amanda. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you as well. I think about you often, even though we're not sending messages. So hopefully you pick that up telepathically. Thank you so much. So we're going to send beautiful Amanda's energy back to Amanda and bring my energy back to me. And for anyone who's just joining, hello, welcome. We're doing live mini readings today. So I'll pick a card to connect with your energy and bring through messages from your team, whoever that may be. And it's really more about the message that comes through than who it comes from. I know a lot of people want to know, like, who's the guide and what's their name and what do they look like? Yay! I love that you hear my messages or feel them, Amanda. And apologies if I ever come into your dream space. I've been known to do that. I don't do it on purpose. Amazing. So next we will go to Michelle. So let me know if you're still here, Michelle. And we will pull a card for Michelle. And anybody that's local, I am doing the Witches Market this weekend at the Halifax Forum, which is on Almond Street. What? I thought I was special. Sorry, Michelle. I mean, you are, because not everybody has me popping into their brains and their sleep. And it's always with permission and love. Yeah. Yes, we'll have to chat about how I showed up. Okay. I'm going to pick a card for Michelle. Connecting with Michelle's energy and just asking her guides to select a card and bring through a message. Oh, not surprised. The Sunshine Yellow Dragon helps you to help animals, serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. And there's this gorgeous, of course, yellow dragon with a crow and a blue jay on it, and a deer and a squirrel. So there you go. That is the card. And yes, Donna, I will add you. And Michelle says she got chills. Okay. So what I'm hearing for you, Michelle, is that this connection with animals, it is also with humans, but what's special about the connection with animals is that it's that unconditional love energy. Like, dogs and cats don't really hold grudges unless it's like a really traumatic event that happened to them. You know, they live in the now moment. They do what they need to do in the now moment. And I feel you, as part of your innate abilities, can kind of tap into what they're feeling, what they're sensing. Oh, makes sense. I send Reiki to dead animals on the road. Yes, 100%. And it goes back to that beautiful belief that, you know, we're all connected and every life is sacred. And they are very specific about how they word that. So I don't know if that's something you say yourself, like, and it includes like plants, fish, birds, like all sentient beings. Anything that lives, anything that grows is sacred. And so I feel this belief is kind of the foundation of your gifts that allows you to use that heart energy and solar plexus energy, because the yellow is the solar plexus, as you know. And so it's like connecting that heart to that solar plexus and bringing that confidence up to the heart and like spreading that energy. So they're showing me how when you have sessions with individuals, that's kind of the grounded space that your energy comes from and goes out into the universe, into who you're working with. And then they're showing me ripples out. So that person brings that energy to their community, their people. And so it just keeps going out. And that's also how each of us individually can affect the collective by just holding our energy at a certain frequency and just showing up in that energy despite everything that's happening around us, can help. Because and that's like when two tuning forks are at different frequencies, they'll like attune to a similar frequency because they just want to be in the same frequency. Yeah, so that's how they're kind of showing how all of that works. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking for a card. Thank you for being you. And this goes for everyone who's watching. Thank you for being you. Thank you for showing up for yourself and everyone around us. Okay. I'm going to send beautiful Michelle's energy back and bring my energy back to me. And then we will go to Melissa. And if anybody new has joined and would like a card, you can ask for a card. Hello, Kimberly. Yes. You definitely can get a card. Welcome. And so Melissa is next. And yes, I was saying earlier, anyone who's local to Halifax, I am going to be at the Witches Market at the Forum this weekend doing in-person readings and mediumship readings. And hello, Kimberly. Another Kimberly. And yeah, that is Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 4 at the multi-purpose room on the Almond Street side of the Forum, because it's quite a large place. And yeah, it's really fun to do the events and meet individuals. So we're connecting with Melissa, and you can just let me know if you're still here, Melissa. And connect with Melissa's energy. Ooh. The aquamarine dragon from Neptune enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable knowledge, soul knowledge. Okay, look at that beautiful card. Again, a water, like water is in there. Hello, Chronicles. Welcome to the live. Aquamarine dragon from Neptune for Melissa. Oh, so he's holding a key and they want to focus on the key, because how they're wording it is like you're starting to find the keys that unlock your deeper wisdom, your soul wisdom. And there's an aspect of you that was like, oh, it's taken so long. But they're showing me something about the energy now, like in October 2025, that had to be this frequency before that got unlocked. So even if you had put more effort in, even if you had decided to, do things quicker or jump in sooner, what they're showing me is it would have still been on that timeline. And I'm seeing like light codes, light language, and how it's like activating you. And there's something about in dream time, if that resonates, how it almost feels like in the morning you wake up and it takes a few minutes to readjust to where you are, if that makes sense. And you can let me know if that resonates with you. But there's a very strong activation time happening for you right now. And at times it can feel overwhelming, but your guides want you to know that you're ready for it all, and to keep doing what you're doing, because it's all happening, as I like to say. It's all happening. It's all happening. And it's beautiful how it's unfolding, and how all of the, like, they're kind of saying how magic is real, right? And you're feeling it. So let me know if that resonates. And in my last live, which I did mini mediumship readings, I announced an event with Cindy, Spirit Connections with Cindy, and we're already sold out of mediumship readings. But I'm also offering some mediumship readings on Halloween. And so if you scan the QR code, and I will also put it in the chat, because I always forget that I can do this on lives. Yeah, if you wanted to book, I'm doing only 5 spots on Halloween, so it's a little bit special that it's like on the day, doing mediumship readings for 5 spots. They're 45 minutes. 45 minutes for $75. And something went wrong with the chat, but I can see it here. Okay. And Melissa says, I love that. All the tingles, it has felt like a long time, up and down and fast and slow. Yes, 100%. Sometimes I don't know where I am when I wake up, through the night and in the morning. Yes, I resonate with that as well, because I don't know where I'm going or what I'm feeling or what I'm doing when I'm sleeping. But when I wake up, I'm like, what just happened? Where am I now? So thank you, Melissa. Thank you for being here. And I'm so excited for you and what's next. I had put the link in, but maybe it didn't. I put it in the chat, but maybe it didn't go through. I'll try again. Hello, Dawn. You can definitely get a reading. I will add you. I thought it was just perimenopause. I dream super vividly at night. This resonated so much, especially the key. I've been feeling things open up. Like, yes. And fellow perimenopause, so I totally understand. Often I'm like, was it spirit? Was it perimenopause? Is it all the things, right? Um, but yes, this is a big year for a lot of individuals, a lot of change, a lot of careers and relationships shifting. And I don't know which planet is responsible, right? I'm not an astrologer, but I know it's a big year for a lot of people. So, I did share the link again. I don't know if you can see it. Yes. Yeah, that's a great reminder that you can re-listen or watch. Hello, Heidi, or watch a replay to get more out of the reading. Okay, next is Donna. So let me know if you are still here, Donna. And you're so welcome, Kimberly, yeah, I had an error that something went wrong, so I obviously didn't like to go through the first time. Yes, next Friday, because I'm doing lives every Friday. Next week is Ask Me Anything. So it's kind of meant to be, well, actually, like, ask me anything. So if it's about spirituality, if it's about your own gifts, if it's about connecting with your guides, what's the spirit realm like? All of those questions that you're not sure who to ask, that's going to be next week's live. And if you can't make it to the live, then you can put questions either here on the replay, or you can connect with me on my social media feeds. So direct message me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Okay, Donna is here. So let's send Melissa's energy back to Melissa, bring my energy back to me, and then connect with Donna. And I did add you, Heidi, for a card. Donna. Hello, Joy. Welcome. Okay. Donna. And thank you for being here, Donna. Ooh. So your card is the Black Dragon. And black for me is protection. It's not evil. It's not negative. Black Dragon cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis, and look at this beautiful Black Dragon. And they have this little dome with a clover in it. I think it's maybe not clover. Heart-shaped leaves on the plant and some sparkles around it. So it feels like that's like the dome that they're wanting you to be in, to just like be in this little bubble. They're showing me the Hermit card in tarot, which I don't often do tarot, but it's that Hermit energy of not wanting to interact. And they're sort of showing how this is your way of creating that cocoon. So you might be less extroverted, you might be less social with big groups, you might prefer one-on-one time with friends for coffee and whatnot, and your guides just want to support you and say, it's okay, don't beat yourself up, don't feel guilty about taking time for you, because similar to others, yeah, yes, so in my bubble, it's so me right now, yes, and I'm feeling that too, where a lot of things outside feel overwhelming, and not that they're triggering at all, it's not that energy, it's just that it's such a different frequency than the energy you're holding. And so when the two energies, like the tuning forks that I was mentioning earlier, when your energy and others come in contact, it feels kind of uncomfortable, and not to the point where you never go out, but it just feels like uncomfortable. It feels like how they're putting it is like you have a regulated system and everybody else is unregulated, and so when you go out, it feels like you're trying pulled to an dysregulated or unregulated energy, and then it takes more time to recoup. So instead, you're just like, you know what? I'm going to be in my own bubble. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to keep my energy clear. Oh my God, this is crazy. And they're really wanting you to keep this up. Trust your body. Trust it, because when we don't trust our body, when we don't trust our intuition, is when we push ourselves, and then because we push ourselves, we get the cold, we get the flu, or we just feel drained all of the time. So there's that constant fatigue, and there's something about sleep. So if you're sleeping a lot more, also trust that, because it feels like your body is flushing out old energy. And so it takes more rest in order to regulate that and like get all of that icky frequency, because it's not anything specific, just that out of the system. So that was for you, Donna, the dragon of protection, putting you in this beautiful dome so that you can thrive and shine bright, like they're showing me how your light is just shining right now. Dead on. Thank you for that validation. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I used to be the one that was like, I'll take a Tylenol, or Tylenol's got a bad rap recently. We won't get into that. You're so welcome, Donna. Thank you for being here. Thank you for requesting a card. Yeah, I'll take a Advil or whatever and just go do the thing, instead of like, my body's tired, my body wants to rest. And so now I listen more to my body, and it's kind of like that preventative measure of, eating well, drinking water, taking the vitamins helps keep you healthy versus burning the body out. And then usually if you press yourself too much, then you're Donna's reading could have been for me. Amazing joy. Yeah, so as I mentioned at the beginning, I don't think you were here yet, Joy, but often just being here, hearing readings, there's messages for those who aren't directly getting the reading. because we're meant to all be here at the same time in this container on October 17th, 2025. Laura says, I feel like Donna's reading first for me too. Yes. Oh, love it. Love it. Okay, so I have Kimberly Ann next, so you can let me know if you're still here. And then Dawn, and then Heidi. And if anybody else has joined and would like a card, you could let me know in the chat. Those are always so much fun. And again, if you want, I'm doing readings on Halloween, doing some mediumship readings. And that's October 31st, of course. I only have 5 spots for that day. And if you scan the QR code, or I will put the link again in the chat, and hopefully I won't have an error this time. If you're interested. And Kimberly Benvey, I said Kimberly Ann. But if you would like, yeah, there is another Kimberly, 2 Kimberlys, but Kimberly Benvey, if you would like a card, I would love to pull one. Just let me know. And I'll add Joy. And Kimberly Ann is here. Okay, so I'm going to send back Donna's beautiful energy. Bring my energy back to me. And connect with Kimberly Ann. And ask her guides to help me pick a card and bring through a message for them. Yes, we have 2 Kimberlys today. Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. Gorgeous. And look at that beautiful cosmic galactic background. Kimberly Ann. Whew. Yeah, this feels like either a new or a deeper level of connection to cosmic galactic energy. And so I'm not sure if you resonate as a star seed, but this is definite confirmation that yes, your soul is a starseed soul. And what that means is that the origin wasn't here. The soul began in another space besides Earth. I believe most people's souls, if not all people's souls, are starseed, but not everybody is meant to remember that they're a starseed, if that makes sense. And this is about, what I'm hearing is like bringing knowledge from other timelines and bringing it into today. So you might be getting intuition and guidance that feel so aligned and feel right, but you don't really understand where it's coming from because you didn't necessarily learn something or go looking to learn something. It just kind of pops in your head, if that makes sense. And so they're showing how it is your spirit team that includes galactic elements, so extra dimensional beings, and some of them are just lights, like a light source. They're not necessarily showing up as a full formed figure. So if you've done some meditations or connected with guides and you just see a color and you feel like you're doing it wrong, don't feel like you're doing it wrong. Two Kimberly Anns. That's hilarious. There's also something about light language. I don't know if you listen to light language or but it feels like you're meant to experience more of that frequency to help you. And they're wanting me to repeat what's on the card, like carry the energy of the future. I'd be curious to know if you're a projector in human design also, because the projectors hold my guides definitely don't look human to me. Yes. Yeah. Mine are definitely not human. A lot of them. I mean, there's a couple that are ancestors, so they show up in a human form from their last lifetime. But yes, most are not. They're not human. So I totally get it. So yeah, if you haven't listened to light language, and yes, Michelle's either. We got lots. 444, woo, or 333 in the East Coast. Yeah, a lot of us are starseeds and resonate with that energy. I am definitely a starseed. I'm also a projector. And so projectors hold that new earth energy first. And so it feels like part of your soul mission is to hold that energy with that group. And it can feel isolating at times, because not that there's any like place that we're all supposed to be at, but when you get the information and feel the energy first, it can feel isolating because not everybody else is feeling it yet, if that makes sense and resonates. So you're basically the trailblazer and bringing in this energy, feeling it, getting some clues about what its meaning is, but not to fully understand, because we're not truly meant to fully understand everything. And yeah, just they keep saying hold the light, hold the light. And that's what this dragon, he's got like a staff, and like the star is like shining on that staff. So it feels like this is part of your soul purpose, to like hold the light, and spread the joy. Spread the joy, spread the light. So that is for you, Kimberly Ann. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for asking for a card. And if anyone's curious, this is the Dragon Oracle Cards deck by Diana Cooper. And I just love them because they're dragons. I love dragons. I love working with dragons. And they have that galactic cosmic element. Okay. So let me know if that resonated, Kimberly. Melissa says, I'm a 5/1 mental projector. Yes, that resonates. Can sometimes feel isolating or wondering why I feel things and others might not. Yes, it's so, I'm a 6/2 splenic projector, hence why I can do live so easily. So the splenic is like in the spur of the moment. You just follow the flow, follow the energy, do it on the fly. 6 is the guide. So I also, like Kimberly Ann, like I'm holding that light with you. Um, 6 is the guide, 2 is hermit. So I am meant to be the guide, but I replenish my energy with alone time. So interesting. Maybe I should do a live about human design. So Dawn is next. If you can let me know if you're still here, Dawn. And next week, for anyone who joined recently, next week I'm doing Ask Me Anything. So that could be, how do I connect with my guides? What are even spirit guides? Okay. Sorry, I was reading the chat as people were, because Dawn is here. Yay. Michelle says, yes, because I don't know. Yeah, so human design is like, I've always described it as like your astrological sign on steroids, because it breaks the body into energy centers. And then if your energy center is defined or open, it means different things. And Kimberly Benvey says 6-4 emotional authority projector. And yes, I should do a live on human design. Yes, well, I will plan one in the future because it's so interesting. Okay, so Dawn, let's send Kimberly Ann's energy back to Kimberly Ann, bring my energy back to me, and then connect with Dawn. Thank you for being here, Dawn. And everyone who's watching. And I'm going to ask your team to pick a card and bring through a message. Ooh. Blue Dragon from the Pleiades prepares you to access source healing. Accept a heart activation, give and receive heart healing. And this dragon is holding like a crystal, and in the middle of the crystal is a rose. It looks like a rose flower. And what I'm hearing is, allow the flower to bloom. Not trying to pressure it, not trying to push it or control it. Allow it to unfold, allow it to unfurl. And wow, this feels like, again, a strong activation happening for you at this time that might feel it's like one day everything's good, tickety boo. The next day it's like everything is, the colors are more intense. The hearing is amplified. It's like people, like the volume was turned up around you. Intuition is very on point. And similar to an earlier reading, it feels like there's this new knowledge coming in for you from source that is heart-centered. That is part of your innate healing. And they want to be clear that you don't need to be a full-time Reiki master, Reiki healer in order to be a healer. For example, they're showing me the example of like teachers can be healers. And it's all about the energy you hold, the compassion and kindness you show, and the frequency with which you hold yourself. And you just being in the room with someone or interacting with someone, you're acting as the healer without having a ceremony or ritual where actual energy work is being done. And they're also showing me that galactic connection, that it feels a bit uncomfortable. So I don't know if there's an aspect of you that doesn't want to go there yet. It's like you don't feel ready. But they're just wanting to remind you that there's nothing to fear because it's all coming from that divine source, divine love, unconditional love space. And again, that was the blue dragon from the Pleiades. And so I feel part of your soul is like Pleiades origin. So yeah, let me know if that resonated with you. I need to hear that one. I love how spirit works and brings all us together at the right time. Yes. And Kim would like a card. Yes, of course. So thank you, Dawn. We'll have Heidi next, and then Joy, and then Kimberly, Benvi. And Heidi asked, can you tell me anything about my ability to see spirits as cats only? Always light or dark. If I can't see them, I can feel them around me. Actual pressure on the bed, like footsteps, as an example. Okay, well, yeah, we can see what comes through for you, Heidi. So sending beautiful Dawn's energy back to Dawn and bringing my energy back to me, and then connecting with the beautiful Heidi. And asking your team to pick a card and connect with this feline energy. Green Dragon helps you tune into the secrets of nature, receive answers and guidance from nature, align with your divine essence. And this is a gorgeous green dragon. There is also a key with this dragon. With beautiful purple flowers on it. And then you were asking about seeing spirits only as cats. So what I'm hearing is that you have such a strong connection with feline energy, and animals, not just feline, but like animal energy, similar to reading previously this afternoon. They're showing you that visual because it's easy for you to interpret. And if you want to see something different, all you have to do is ask. And then I also see you doing like working with your guides and saying, show me an example of X. and then they'll show you how it feels for what you asked. And there's a fear of getting it wrong, which I totally resonate with. There's a fear of getting it wrong. And so there's a resistance to want to see it, to have that ability. And this isn't just your fear. It feels like an ancestral generational fear. There's also a collective fear. So many of the people here on the live today are connected psychically, intuitively, can connect with the spiritual realm, can connect with other elemental beings and energies. But there's a fear of rejection and abandonment if we tell anybody about that, if we talk about it in public. So there's still a little bit of fear energy around that. And what I'm seeing is just practicing building your own confidence and connecting with a few people that, connecting with a few people to help build your confidence. So calling in some people in your area, if there's a spiritual or psychic fair near where you live, going to them and just finding out who's in the area, finding out who's out there, because that's one of the ways I found I was able to build my confidence, and to the point to be able to do lives like today. A few years ago, I would not be here. I would be like, heck no, I'm going to get it wrong. Nothing's going to show up. And remember that you're the only one holding you back, right? So trust your abilities, trust what you're seeing, sensing, feeling. Heidi says, yes, I hide it. I just walked away from my mom so she didn't have to hear. Yes. Yes, I totally get it. This whole room, everybody here in this moment gets it, I feel. So keep going. There will be a time, and this is direct from your guides, direct from your higher self. There will be a time that you won't need to hide it. And you'll find your group where you can be you and just be your authentic self, without fear of judgment or rejection. So thank you, Heidi. Thank you for coming today. So many good readings today. And thank you to everyone who's new, who's just popping in. And next we're going to go to Joy. So let me know if you're still here, Joy. And then we'll do Kimberly Benvie. I don't know why I wanted to say Beverly. Kimberly Beverly. And then we'll end the stream for the day. But next Friday is Ask Me Anything. So October 24th, 4:00, I'm going to be coming on and answering questions. And if you don't want to be there to ask the question, you can send me the question anonymously. Say you want it to be anonymous on Facebook or YouTube, and I can answer the question there. And I'm doing some mediumship readings. There's only 5 available for October 31st. So if you would like a mediumship reading, they're 45 minutes for $75. And in my last stream, I had mentioned there was some on October 29th, and those all sold out already. So let's go back to Joy. And Heidi says, thank you for the big smile on my face. You're the best. Oh, thank you, Heidi. You are also the best. Thank you for being here several weeks in a row, joining my lives and helping keep this beautiful energy going for everyone. So amazing. Okay, Joy. So sending Heidi's beautiful energy back to Heidi, bringing my energy back to me, and then connecting with Joy. I want to sing that song. I got joy, 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 joy down in my heart. And they're sort of summarizing, like, that's what it feels to be around her. And asking your guides to pull a card and bring through a message for you today. Ooh, you also got the green dragon, but they also want me to pull another one. Yeah, spirit asks and spirit shall get. Okay, the green dragon helps you tune into the secrets of nature, receive answers and guidance from nature, align with your design essence. So that beautiful green dragon with the key, which was Heidi's, which just came up. And then the second one is Omega Dragon. Harness the divine feminine power of creation. Bye, Laura. Thanks for joining. Intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. And this one is all galactic. All galactic. And it's got like a spiral portal egg that it's holding. And so with these two, I feel it's that balance of the grounded earth energy, but bringing in the cosmic energy. And it feels like this has been your normal for the majority of your life. So you've always connected with the earth, always loved being in nature, always resonated, respected, and held nature and everything in nature as sacred. But this part is new. So bringing in the galactic, and they want to say star people, bringing in the star people, bringing in that otherworldly, that bigger element, because it's not as familiar to you, feels a little overwhelming, but it's very much part of you. Just as nature feels so divine and like home, they're showing me this is going to feel divine and like home for you. And I'm just asking, like, if there are any messages on how to ease into this, how to work with it. It can feel overwhelming because of the higher frequencies and the intense information that's coming in, is how they're showing it to me. So, and I resonate with this. I understand. It's like a novel comes in a second, but your physical mind takes time to unravel all that information and connect the themes and what it means and what to do with it. And so trust the information you're getting. And I see you journaling. So if journaling helps bring it out, like make understanding or like allow that judgmental busy mind to shut off. Like I see you journaling to help get through that. So Joy says, bang on with the green dragon. The galactic influences have been on the edge of my radar for the last year or so. Yes. Yes. And I am here if you have any questions. I know the galactic energy can feel strange, overwhelming, and it's instantaneous, where the earth energy is more soothing and like time. I have the belief that time is made up, but like earth energy has a slower pace, I guess is the best way to describe it, where galactic is instant. And we're like, all of us are have this understanding that, you know, time goes at a certain pace. There's, 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute, and we can't make it go any faster. But galactics are like, yeah, you can, because it's made up. Can I recommend any resources? I'm asking your guides to recommend resources. If you have access to Gaia TV, there is so much information there. And there's one show that they're bringing up that is like conversations with extra dimensionals. And when I get information, sometimes I'm like, that's bonkers. Like, no way. And then I'll see a video somewhere of Bashar or someone else who channels these energies. And it's a very similar message. So it's almost like they drop the information in to me and then send a message of validation through someone else. So yeah, Gaia TV has a lot of resources there. They're bringing up mystery teachings. So if you search YouTube for mystery teachings, there'll be a lot on, and it's not only about galactic, but about higher consciousness, because the galactics operate in that higher consciousness that we're getting to. So hence telepathy, yes, next level soul, like Michelle just said, beyond belief with George Norrie. I also love Lee Harris. He is a channeler, and he brings information in a very grounded, heart-centered space, because when you get it directly from galactics, it can sometimes be, I don't know how to interpret or understand. And then, of course, myself, if you wanted to work together or just book a call to have a coffee chat together, I am open to that. I offer people a free coffee chat if you want to just chat about things, or if you're unsure if you want to work together, or if you have questions before we work together. And also calling in your tribe. So I've been meaning to record a YouTube video that's a guided meditation to call in your tribe. So that's another nudge for myself. YouTube video. And if you have any indigenous connection, they're also showing me, speaking with people in that community, because there's a different angle to it than like mainstream has. It's like they have always understood it and we're just figuring it out. Like most things, right? So hopefully that helps. Not only you, Joy, but anyone watching live or the replay. And mentorship is always an option. And when I do mentorship, it's very much what the individual needs and from their guides. Okay. Thank you for those. I'm looking forward to working with you. I just need to call in some abundance. Yes. Yes, girl. Call it in. Be the abundance. And next we are going to Kimberly Benvie. Let me know if you are still here. Joanna, welcome. I will add you, Joanna, and then we will be done for the day. Okay, Kimberly. So sending Joy's beautiful energy back to Joy, bringing my energy back to me, and then connecting with Kimberly. Lovely. And asking your team to pick a card and bring through a message. Ooh. Kuan Ying's Pink Dragon brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. Yes! Snaps for that. See all your cards dissolve by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. Ooh, this feels very powerful, Kim. Look at that beautiful pink dragon with that lotus flower. What else is going on? And there's petals floating around. They keep saying rose-colored glasses, rose-colored glasses, rose-colored glasses, like the pink theme, right? Like it feels like the perspective that you've been seeing things from is this like harsh, what's the right word? This harsh reality. And so even though the sparkles and the fairies are there, like they're showing me the glasses that you have put on are hiding that. And so you're only seeing the painful parts, and seeing it from the angle of how it's hurting. And they're wanting you to shift that balance to that transcendent love energy, that love transcends everything. Like There's a reason that the quote is love always wins, because love always wins. It is the highest energy. And curiosity is love. Compassion is love. Kindness is love. So when you're curious about something instead of judgmental or shaming, it's an act of love. When you want to find out more about someone, you do it because you love them. And it's interesting because they're showing this for yourself. So showing yourself that curious compassion to get to know yourself and give yourself that transcendent, unconditional love. And that's how the karmic balance will get reset. Because there's a strong judgment and of constant judgment of self that they really want you to let go and be more compassionate, be more soft. Don't worry about where you are or how far you've come. Just love yourself and allow yourself to love yourself. And then once you love yourself, that energy goes out into everything, and every relationship, every act, every thought, and thoughts are energy. When you have positive thoughts about people, they feel it. And they're also wanting to show the lotus flower and how this comes up a lot about the lotus flower, that it roots itself in the mud and goes up through all that ick and muck. And so it's you've been in the muck. Now you need to allow yourself to bloom. You need to allow yourself to flower. You deserve it. You are worthy. You are ready. And you don't have to do anything. You just allow it. Just be the energy. Love yourself. Have compassion for self. And you will bloom. That felt like a very powerful message. I hope that resonated with you, Kimberly. I love you dearly, sister. Love you so much. And then we will go to Joanna. If Joanna is still here, let me know. And then we will end the stream after Joanna. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, everybody, for being here live and watching. And even on the replay, you get information, you get messages. So if Joanna, thank you, lovely, way powerful. Yes, did sister. Yeah, love you too. Yes. Bloom, sister, bloom. And if anyone wants to re-listen to their message, it will be on the replay on Facebook and YouTube. So you can listen again if you want to go back tomorrow or the next day. So last chance for Joanna, if they are still here. And if not, we will end the stream for today. And again, next week is Ask Me Anything. And on Halloween, I am doing some special Halloween mediumship readings, which I'm looking forward to. And it feels like Joanna is not here. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here live. I always love going on these lives and seeing what messages come through for individuals. And then, as we saw today in the chat, as the messages came through, other people heard messages for them in other people's readings. And that's how spirit works. That's the magic of spirit. You trust where you're meant to be and trust that the messages are there. So thank you, everybody. I will see you again next Friday around 4 o'clock. And until then, if you have any questions or want to reach out, you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, or on my website, joystarhealer.com. So good night and